there, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the start of Season 6 of the Sir Alex Ferguson save. We won the Champions League last time out, and the league as well, but we are still on the hunt for that all-important treble. Not won that just yet, so hopefully in the next few years we can tick that off and finish this challenge before the start of FM20. Before we get into today's episode, as always, if you're enjoying the series, enjoying the video, hit that like button. If you're new around here and you're enjoying what you see, hit that subscribe button and follow it up with the bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. Today's episode, we've got transfers to do. We're going to round up those, season preview as always, and we're just going to go through some of the history of the first 5 years, what we've done, what we haven't done, and where we need to improve. So as you can see on the general kind of club page, and we've made it into the favoured personnel on the club page. I thought I'd be an icon after winning the Champions League last season, but not to be. Zagadu's there, as is John Joe Shelvey. Fetty is an icon of the club, so he'll be in and around the club for a long time. But 4 people out of the squads that we've had over the last 5 years only making it into the icons or the favoured personnel. But all in all, not too bad that I'm on that list to start off with. Now, as you can see, we've won a host of trophies since we've been here. We took over here. We finished 9th after taking over from 18th, 17th in the league in our first season. We then improved that and got Europa League football, finished 6th, and then we broke the duck. We won the league, finished 2nd last season, narrowly missed out on the title from Liverpool, and then went back and won our 2nd league in 3 years last season. So all in all, very, very good progress so far. We've won 1 Champions League, won that last year. We've won, it says 6 Premier League, 6 titles, but we've won 2 since we've been here. We've won a Europa League, so actually we've won both competitions in Europe. We've won that won the Super Cup as well, which we'll be playing again in this year. We've won a couple of FA Cups in 2021 and 2022. And we've also won a Carabao Cup, our first, I think, actual piece of silverware. So all in all, fantastic to have all of those trophies in our trophy cabinet. But we're looking for the treble. That's the last thing we need to do on this Sir Alex Ferguson challenge, and that is winning the Champions League, the league, and the FA Cup. But yeah, we're looking at the season preview for the start of the season, and we're going to hold off on the transfers just for a little bit longer. So the 3 promoted teams all looking to go down this season. Reading, Derby and Cardiff all been promoted, with Swansea, West Brom and Palace on the cusp there. And we're predicted to finish 3rd, which is actually not too bad. We were kind of 4th, 5th, 6th last couple of years, so finishing 3rd, they think we're definitely going to get top 4 finish this season. City top of the odds, 7-2 favourites. Liverpool 4-1, us 5-1. United 6-1, Chelsea 7s, and Tottenham are 8. And then there's a massive gap between Spurs and Arsenal. And yeah, all in all, I think it will be a really, really tough season this season. This is how the schedule's looking at the minute. As you can see, we're in the middle of July, so only starting pre-season just yet. We start with the Community Shield against Chelsea. Hopefully, a little bit of payback against Chelsea. Get some silverware under our belt early as we can. But a relatively easy start, to be fair. Palace at home. Palace away, sorry. West Brom at home. Brighton at home. And then we've got the daunting task of going away to Chelsea and away to City before we play City in the European Super Cup when we go to Dinamo Zagreb. I think that is it Dinamo? No, go to Belarus. So yeah, that'll be another piece of silverware. 2 pieces of silverware in the first kind of opening 4 or 5 weeks of the season. Not too bad. And then we've got a very difficult home tie against United as well. So easy start. Then we follow it with a few difficult games, and then the Champions League kicks off well and truly. But we've put it off for long enough. Let's go and see who we brought in and who we've let go at this stage in the transfer window. So as you can see, we've let go of £62 million worth of player, but then brought in £103 million. We only brought 3 players in, but we've let quite a few go. Some of the names on there are youngsters out on loan. So West Steele had a breakthrough season last season, but he's gone out on loan to Barnsley. Hopefully he'll get some game time and score lots of goals. Matthew Meechan as well. He's gone off to Bradford on loan, and Juan Mata went away on a free transfer. But the most kind of notable names gone are these 3 here. John Joe Shelby's gone to Cardiff, newly promoted Cardiff, for £29 million. Again, was just diminishing in stature, diminishing in ability, and I thought I would absolutely cash on him this season. And he's gone to Cardiff, who are newly promoted to the Premier League, and we'll come up against him this season. Harry Wilson was another one. He went away to Red Bull Leipzig for £18 million. And again, I just said at the end of last season, our strength and depth in those wide areas were something that we needed to really look at and bring at least one notable name in, which if you've looked on the left-hand side, you'll know exactly who we brought in. But yeah, Harry Wilson was a really good servant for us, actually. We had him in on loan literally within the first full season that we had. Played fantastically well, 7.31 for us. And then we brought him back in for £9.75 million. Had 1.5 seasons with us there as well. And again, a really good servant for us. But we've doubled our money. He's gone off to Leipzig. And thank you very much for your service, Harry Wilson. And then the final one was Damari Gray. He's gone out to Derby. We sold him for £15 million. So we lost a little bit of money on this deal. 4 seasons with us. Again, a really good, consistent player, but again, last season really showed us how our strength and depth just wasn't quite there going into the FA Cup in the latter stages of last season. But his best season was a couple of seasons ago with a 6.96, 19 games, 3 goals, 5 assists, and 1 player of the match. But a good servant for us was Damari Gray. Now, left-hand side, there are 2 names here that I've never managed in Football Manager. I've never bought in Football Manager, and they both came available, and I thought actually they fit the bill of what we need them to do. First one was Lewis Cook from Bournemouth for £28 million. 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential ability, 26-year-old Englishman. Little bit of growth in him, and he's just a straight replacement for John Joe Shelby. 4 or 5 years younger. Attributes are very, very similar, and he's got a little bit of growth as well. Whereas John Joe Shelby was 2.5, 3-star. This man is 3.5, 4-star ability. So all in all, fantastic to see Lewis Cook in at the club, and someone I've never used in FM, so hopefully really looking forward to see how he plays football. In pre-season, been fantastic, but just spraying passes left and right. And Lewis Cook can play in the deep line playmaker role, as well as a decent-ish box-to-box midfielder as well. So he will complement Arnie Meyer, Zakaria, and João Teixeira in the middle of midfield. Now, 2 names on there are well known to you, but this man here is a wonder kid. I like to sprinkle a little bit of magic, a little bit of potential in this side. Needed someone to come in for Juan Mata in that attacking midfielder role. He can also play on the left-hand side, up front as well if we need him to, and deep in central midfield. But we're going to be playing him alongside or in rotation with James Maddison, and it's Simone Terracciano from I can't remember where we got him from, actually, from Sampdoria. They bought him from Cremonese for £5.75 million. We bought him for 36. He had a good season last year at Sampdoria, and he's a bit special. Going to be playing in that advanced playmaker support role. Great first touch, good passing, good technique, good vision and teamwork. Mentally, for someone who's 20 years old, is absolutely phenomenal. So mentally and physically, awesome. And technically, he'll get a little bit better. But 4.5-star potential ability. He's already 3.5-star current ability. This kid is going to be amazing. Really cheap on the wages as well compared to other players in the squad, but £36 million, I think he'll be an absolute bargain. Now, this is a man I have never signed on FM. Always heard fantastic things about him, And I think he fits the bill. Someone who will play not just backup, but actually play a starring role this season with the amount of games we've got. And he's just a little bit of X factor that we've got. I'm going to primarily play him on that left-hand side. Him and Marion will be in rotation this season. Marion had a little bit of an off-season last year with injuries and lack of form and lack of fitness. So Moise Kean comes in to the club. He's on big wages, but we signed him for £39 million. I've seen him in forums and on Twitter and stuff like that go for way more than £39 million, and I thought it was an absolute steal to bring the young Italian in. As you can see, as an inside forward, because we switched that up kind of end of last season and it worked well for us. Great physically, he's got agility, balance, pace, power, everything you need him to have. Good off the ball as well, so he's going to lose his man more ways than one. Good finishing, good composure, good dribbling in the first touch. So again, if we get a massive injury crisis, we can stick him up front as well. We can also play in behind the striker as well. £39 million, Moise Kean, 3-star current, 4-star potential. Going to be really looking forward to seeing what Moise Kean can do this season for us. There are the transfers so far. We're only in the middle of July, as you can see in the top right-hand corner. And yeah, all in all, I'm really pleased with what we've done in the transfer market. This is the squad, as you can see here. Dennis Zakaria is a wanted man. I've put a £60 million asking price there for him. So if someone comes in and wants to offer me £60 million, he'll go. Same with Breland Bolo as well. Barca have come in for him, but a miserly offer of £64 million in for him. But one of my best players, I want at least 100 million. If teams don't bring that amount of money in for him, he's staying exactly where he is. We've brought Paul Hunt and Bob Bridges into the first team. They'll be in and around the first team this season rather than playing in the under-23s. And this is the squad. What do you think about the squad? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. How do you feel we've got on in the transfer window? How do you think we are going to do this year? And also, what do you think we need, if anything, in this squad? I think it's got now a fantastic blend of power, pace, youth, experience, and with all those trophies, all those pieces of silverware that we've won, we've now got a collective of players that know how to win, would love winning as well. And I think this squad is only going to go from strength to strength. So that's it for today's episode. Nice, short, sharp and quick episode for you, giving you a roundup of the season preview, the transfers, everything we've got going into this 6th season. We're looking for as many trophies as we possibly can this year. We've got an extra one in the Europa Super Cup this year after winning the Champions League, and we'll also have another one in the Club World Cup, which is around about December time, if memory serves. We are going to be back around the start of the season. We'll do either Chelsea Palace or Palace West Brom. We'll do one of the configurations for the episode tomorrow at 5:30 as always. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss any more content. Remember, tick the little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. And until next time, when we bring you 2 games at the start of the season, I'll see you soon.